A New Mexico man living on the Porvenir Campground is sharing what's left after the Calf Canyon Hermit's Peak fire blazed through the grounds. But the fire left a group of unlikely survivors. News 13's Madison Connor has this story.
Just frustration.
People are returning home to see what's left of their property as the Calf Canyon Hermit's Peak fire continues to burn through northern New Mexico communities.
I was pretty overwhelmed.
At the Porvenir Campgrounds in Montezuma,
The controlled burn that the U.S. Forest Service was doing was just a few hundred yards from our property.
their story is no different. The fire burned 12 of their main buildings on the campgrounds.
That home did burn down, and then we lost 6 camper cabins and 4 summer staff cabins,
Including the bridge that allows cars onto the property.
We don't have any, vehicle access to the property more, so we have to cross the creek on foot.
Slowing down the recovery process and not allowing people whose homes did survive to come home, like Executive Director Nate Stafford.
For now, we can't really live there.
But there was also another unlikely survivor.
When we were evacuated and the fire blew through, I knew there was no way I could really move them.
His 4 beehives.
When we learned that the fire had burned through and we started to get the first pictures back, we knew that the building had burned. That was kind of protecting the hives.
Stafford assumed the worst.
But I didn't have any pictures of that to confirm it.
But last week, when he finally set foot on the property, he could see 4 mostly intact hives with bees buzzing around.
They were all doing fine. So they were full of bees, eggs, larvae, cap brood, queens are laying.
Plastic on the hives melted through and a few lids blew off during the strong winds, but everything else looked untouched.
The wax and the comb looked like it was fine throughout. And so I don't know if the bees had rebuilt it or if somehow the bees had protected it.
Stafford calls it a miracle.
I've been told that the bees cluster in an event like that. They'll cluster to protect themselves.
Mirroring what the surrounding communities are doing. Madison Connor, KRQE News 13.